Good morning. Morning and happy quarantine day 2. Actually, happy St. Patrick's Day. That's today. I didn't really come up with a craft last night, but I think I have some ideas, and we're just gonna kind of celebrate and do rainbows and gold pots, leprechauns, stuff like that. So we're gonna do our best to kind of figure out something fun to do today. I think it's warming up a little bit outside, which is really exciting for us Minnesotans. Like, all right, I can handle this thing if maybe I can go outside once in a while and not be stuck in my house. I mean, I can't even imagine if this had happened like 2 months ago when it's freezing cold and you have no options. At least we can probably get outside for a few minutes, 15, 20 minutes, you know, and try and get some energy runoff. So, here we go on another day. I set the kids up with the iPad, or mainly Aurora, because anytime I go to hop in the shower, she'll sit and bang on the door. Like if I bring her up in with me, we installed a barn door in our bedroom like a week or two ago. It's not working well. So right now, especially since I have, Zeke home to help keep an eye on her, I leave them downstairs and I set her up with the iPad. She likes the 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. I have an app. That's all. That's completely and solely what it does. It sings the 5 little monkey. Yeah. And she she loves it, and we'll watch it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So set her up with that so I could go run upstairs in the shower and get showered off and throw a little bit of makeup on, which I know at some point in all of this, I'm like, I'm going to get crap from somebody. Or, I mean, that's just the way trolls go anyhow. It's kind of funny because I was already thinking about it. I was like, well, if everybody's stuck at home for the next who knows how long, I am sure that means more people will be on social media, which means more people will be just bored and angry and probably, scared. And so, yeah, I'm honestly like kind of anticipating the fact that I think trolling is going to get a lot worse because people are going to be not only bored, but just dealing with a lot of emotions that they don't know how to handle. And I think it's going to be taken out on people on social media. So, that's a thrilling prospect. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope people kind of come to their senses maybe in all this and decide to be kind. But if we're judging by already what's going on and we're, not even like a week into this thing, I'm like, yeah, we'll see. So anyhow, I'm like, I know at some point I'm going to get crap. Why are you getting dressed? Why are you putting makeup on? For me, number one, it's slightly therapeutic. My kids are out there for a minute. I get to be in here. I get to put my lotion on. I get to, put a little bit. I've always just loved makeup. Makeup is therapeutic. I think it's super fun. Is it absolutely ridiculous to be putting on makeup when I'm not going to see anybody? Sure. I don't care. I'm like, I think, obviously none of us, or I don't, maybe I don't even know if our grandparents or like great-grandparents have ever gone through something as strange as this. Like none of us have gone through anything like this before. None of us know how to react or to handle it. And so for me, I'm like, I'm going to do what makes me feel the most sane, because let's be honest, we all need to be and stay sane in this situation. And if wasting my makeup so I can stay at home with my kids is one of those things, I'm going to keep on doing it. All that to say, do what makes you feel sane. If that's getting dressed and putting on makeup, if that's staying in your jammies all day and doing a Netflix marathon, do what makes you feel sane right now. Oh, that's a beautiful rainbow you're making.
Thanks, Mom.
Nice. right, we did a pretty simple craft today for St. Patty's Day. I just put glue along the edges. It was actually Ezekiel's idea, and then so their little pots are like a little pocket, and they can put the coins inside. If you make the Lord your refuge, if you make the Most High your shelter, no evil will conquer you, no plague will come near your home. For he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go. They will hold you up with their hands so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. You will trample upon lions and cobras. You will crush fierce lions and serpents under your feet. The Lord says, I will rescue those who love me. I will protect those who trust in my name. When they call on me, I will answer. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue and honor them. I will reward them with a long life and give them salvation. I do. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Mama. Here I come. That's not thick. Mom. Is he in that blue blanket?
Why don't you go look?
I did. I see a frog.
Worst game of hide and seek
And
I've
a
ever
frog
seen.
right here. It's 17, 18, 19, 20. Ready or not, here I come.
Aurora, what are you doing? You're pulling all my silverware out, huh? Oh, thanks. I'd love to clean that up later. So far today we've kept it pretty simple. The arts and craft was obviously not, my best, but at the same time, whatever. I'm like, we'll take it one day at a time and I'm gonna do my best. And so at lunchtime, I turned on two different YouTube videos that I found about St. Patrick's Day. One was by VeggieTales, so that was cute. And then there was this homeschool group one, or homeschool website that puts out one. It was really well done also. Can you hear him? So it's been pretty low key around here, but we are struggling with some attitudes today. That is my son, by the way. We are struggling with attitudes, just more bickering and not getting along and being mean to one another. And then Busy Baby over there is on a rampage. So I think we are going to, I'm finishing up lunch right now, and I think we're gonna run outside, even though I think it's only maybe 40 degrees. Well, no, probably not, because it's not the height of the afternoon yet. Usually here in Minnesota, we don't warm up till, 3, 4 in the afternoon. So we're probably at, maybe freezing, probably a little above that. Cool. But we are gonna go outside and try to get some fresh air before it is nap time, just to burn off at least hopefully a little bit of energy. Work on getting along. So yeah, that's the game plan. Are you outside? Wow. Hey! Oh my goodness. Cece, what you doing over here?
Making some food.
Nice. What you making?
Roast beef.
All right. So going outside seemed to do the trick. That was helpful. They are all playing much more peacefully now. We only ran around for about a half hour, 45 minutes, but I think just fresh air, running, moving, getting some energy out, obviously seemed to have helped, because now they're actually playing nicely together. So don't forget during this time to try and switch up your scenery a little bit, even if it just means getting outside or turning on a show, change things up. So yeah, so we all stay sane. Why am I out in my garage, you ask? Headspace. No, I'm just kidding. So my goal during this weird time, is to do something productive every day, specifically while my kids are napping. I kind of want to try and tackle a little job. I mean, again, we might not have too much time, so I want to do my best to kind of get ready. There was things on my list I wanted to do to prepare for baby anyhow, so I'm trying to tackle at least one thing daily. And so on today's list, I'm going to try and go through my freezers, because that's something I've been meaning to do forever now. Like, I have a deep freeze out in my garage. Yeah, I haven't seen the bottom of it in a long time, because you just kind of, you know, layer things in there. You don't even think about what's at the bottom. So I'm going to try and take stock of what's in my deep freeze, what's in my freezer, and even what's in my refrigerator. Because we're all trying to probably be really conscious right now of not wasting any food. And so I want to go through all the, like what little bits of produce and stuff do I have left, or perishable items that might expire soon. So I want to write a list so I know and I'm on top of it, but then also just have some idea of what's in my freezer, what I can be making, all that good stuff. So I'm going to work on taking stock. It's not super easy to get at right now because we've been working on the basement, so all of our stuff that's usually in our crawl space is out here right now, but we're gonna make it happen. Why is there a cup in here? So I managed to get the deep freeze cleaned out, organized, wrote everything down, the freezer cleaned out, organized, everything written down, and even went through the fridge just a little bit and looked at things that are like, I don't want to say expiring soon. We don't do milk around here, but some of the fruits and stuff that are kind of on the edge of like, ooh, we need to eat those. And so I wrote a little bit of a list of like what's like gonna go bad soon, and then even some of my perishable items. I still have some like strawberries in there from like a week ago. I think they're doing well. But obviously you want to keep those on your front radar just so we don't forget about them and they go bad. So that brought me some peace of mind. It was kind of nice to see what we have. I've been meal prepping kind of for a while. I mean, it's just something I do anyhow. Typically when I make my large batches or when I make like spaghetti hot dish, I just make a giant batch and then we'll split off and freeze some. And so going through my deep freeze, I didn't actually realize how many freezer meals I already had prepared for baby. So that was helpful. I was like, yes, okay, I feel somewhat more accomplished right now. I mean, it's not something I did well, I did it on purpose, but I just do it without thinking. Typically, whenever I make one of my like freezer meals or a soup or something like that, I always just make sure to make a really, really large amount, and then I eat, we eat whatever we want for dinner. Maybe I'll save a little bit for like a leftover lunch for me, and then I put the rest right away into the freezer, because I've found that a lot of times when I make a huge batch of something, then we eat it for dinner, let's say, and then I eat it for lunch one day. A lot of times I let those leftovers go bad just because I'm kind of sick of it, or I eat it for a few days and I'm kind of like, whatever. So if I freeze it right away and it's nice and fresh, and then we can save it for another day where it's not, you just don't get sick of it that way. It doesn't kind of sit and mush in the fridge. I don't know. I'm weird about leftovers anyhow. They kind of freak me out. So I just found it's my way to keep things fresh and delicious and then not waste any food. So I've got a little bit going in my freezer. I still would like to make some more freezer meals, just because, obviously that's helpful for me as the mom, since that's one of my things I do. My husband's not, he doesn't cook. So it's helpful for me to have some stuff prepped. Potentially tomorrow I am planning on doing a baby prep video. I have stuff in there that I bought before the world went crazy. I bought some stuff to make quiches because I'm a big breakfast person. I always like to start out with eggs or like just a really good protein-filled breakfast. And so I knew after baby comes, you know, it'd be nice to have some like quiche that whoever's around, Jeremy or whatever, can just pop in a piece in the microwave and warm it up for me. So I think I'm still gonna do that. I'm gonna work on quiche. I need to get the bassinet out and put together. We brought home the birth tub yesterday. That could be put together just so we're prepped. Even like my basket, I have all my birthing supplies, but they're in my boxes. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna kind of work on I'm just getting really, really ready for baby so that I can just not think about it anymore. I have everything at my fingertips and yeah. What do you have? This little one is all about digging through my drawers right now. She's been on a rampage in my kitchen. What are you guys watching?
Arthur.
Are you watching in English? In Spanish, right? I also decided since I started, I might as well keep going. And so I cleaned out basically all of my food cupboards and shelves and got them all organized, which feels really nice. So we ended the night with a bang. I feel like nights just get so hard because we're all kind of, you know, at the end of our rope and people just start getting grumpy. And Aurora, she must be able to sense that the baby's coming soon or something because she is off her rocker. Holy cow. But we did dinner. And then one of my favorite local companies here in Minnesota, they put on these huge princess parties where they get, I mean, head to toe in character outfits, these amazing dresses and stuff. I did a YouTube video on it, one or two of them, I think. You know, and so they're these actresses and they're in character all the time. They're just fantastic. So they have, because of, hello, we're all stuck inside, have started doing these live story readings at night, which I'm like, oh, bless your heart, thank you. And Cece actually brought it up around like 4. She's like, Mom, Tinkerbell's gonna be on tonight. Mom, when is Tinkerbell gonna be on? And so we watched Tinkerbell. Ariel's coming up tomorrow night. Like they're right now they're basically kind of regularly scheduling them for the foreseeable future, which I think is amazing. I'll share more information about that down below if you want to check it out. It's just live on Facebook, free. Watch them read a story, they interact with the comment section and stuff like that. So that was fun. And then after that, we had a little bit of leftover Dairy Queen cake from my birthday. So, you know, let's sugar the kids up because that's a smart idea. I mainly just wanted it out of the freezer because after cleaning the freezer out today, I was like, get this out of here. Like, it's taking up too much space. So we did Dairy Queen cake. And then we had a little dance party there at the end to, you know, shake it off. Tonight I'm already feeling worn out. We're on day 2. Like, that's fantastic, which my sister was texting me kind of like, what gives? Like, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have my kids home with me all the time. I mean, all except Zeke has been, you know, going to school. But, like, this shouldn't feel any different in a sense. But I think it's the thing of we have our scheduled routine where typically, you know, Monday is cleaning day and then Tuesday we go get groceries and we run errands. And then even when we're running errands, you know, it's not usually just the grocery store. Like we pop into Target or maybe we'll grab a muffin or we'll walk into Starbucks or, you know, like you do things. And then like Wednesday morning, excuse me, Wednesday mornings we have a mom's group that we go to all the time. And you know what I mean? Like you just have regularly scheduled events and even Sunday you go to church. And then if your kids are antsy, you know, I can text my sister and go, hey, let's hang out, or you find somebody to do a play date with. And so I think that's where it's already like mentally taxing is I don't want to say there's no end in sight, but we don't know. we know absolutely nothing. And so there's not even like a countdown. You know what I'm saying? Where like, or like if your kids are sick, you're like, okay, so I've got like 3 to 5 days that I'm probably stuck at home. Like there's an end in sight. Or you kind of, like if my kids are being crazy, I'll be like, hey, you know, this weekend when Zeke's home from school, we're gonna go to Nana B's house or we're gonna go to a playground. Like we plan events, and I even use that to like encourage them. Like, hey, we have one more day at home and then we're gonna go do something. And so I think because that piece has been taken out of like the equation in daily life, it just feels weird. And I think, you know, kids aren't stupid. They pick up on that too, that like something's not right, something's a little off. And so whatever, like I said, we're gonna do our best around here. So today was our St. Patrick's Day. Tomorrow I am planning on basically doing like a giant fort in the living room. And maybe, you know, maybe we'll play a movie in the fort, like set up a fort and do like movie and popcorn or something like that. And just let the fort be up all day, let them play, put pillows in it, that type stuff. So I'm hoping that'll be a fun distraction for a while. I mean, yeah, just coming up with events to do. Today on my Instagram feed, my post that I shared, I asked mamas for their favorite, like to tag their favorite Instagram accounts or, you know, like websites or whatever, like whatever your resources are. What are you using to help keep your kids amused, have some fun, that type of stuff. So they've been tagging stuff on there and then also sharing ideas. So if you are fresh out of ideas, like me and the rest of the world, go on there and check out the comment section, because even like a mama just commented that, I don't know, a zoo somewhere, San Diego, no, I don't know, whatever. A zoo somewhere is doing like a live web streaming tomorrow where you can get like up close and personal with the animals. And like I already mentioned, you know, the company who's doing these live storybook readings, like mamas are sharing stuff like that. So if you're looking for ideas and for resources, go check that out, because I'm hoping people will continue to share their brilliantness. One mama said, today we did an obstacle course. Thank you. That is going on my list. And yes, one of these days, I mean, I've got to, you know, think that one through a little bit of what I could do for an obstacle course, but we're stuck inside. We're in Minnesota. We did get outside for a little while today, but it's still cold up here. So yes, there's some brilliant ideas on that thread if you are interested. I think that's all I got. I'm gonna go upstairs and work on editing this video and sit with my husband who's watching the news, which I honestly don't know if I want to hear what the news has to say right now. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. Okay, so good night, good morning. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know when you're watching, but it's good night for me. I will talk to you later. I'll be in touch.